and thank you for watching my presentation. My name is Shaza Jendi, and today I'll be focusing on my project that focuses on connecting Arab immigrant mothers and public school teachers through a community building initiative. Before I start, I want to thank Professor Maria Regal, Dr. Dory Griffin, Dr. Tina Smith-Bonahu, and all of the Arab immigrant mothers and public school teachers who helped me throughout my project. I was born and raised in the United Arab Emirates, one of the most multicultural countries in the Middle East, where people from all over the world meet, live together peacefully, and the exchange of culture and perspective happens on a daily basis. I attended a school with students who come from all over the world and lived in a community surrounded by families coming from different cultures and backgrounds. In 2017, I moved from Abu Dhabi to Gainesville, Florida. It was a great and a big shift coming from a city and kind of like a desert environment to more, I'd say, like a country setting where you would always see nature, animals. It was really a big shift, but I enjoyed it, and it was really exciting to experience this difference in living. In Gainesville, it's a small city. However, the Arab community is large because of the international students that come to continue their program, their and education. So when I moved here in order to get my papers ready, I wasn't able to work on anything. So I was fortunate enough to volunteer at the Islamic Center in Gainesville, and it enabled me to get closer to the community and talk to Arab immigrant mothers. Being part of the community and attending multiple gatherings on a weekly basis allowed me to hear many stories that the mother and the fathers of the parents shared. I noticed that one of the most important topics that they would always be mentioning and discussing is their struggles in adapting to the new culture and being away from their family, and they always noted the feeling of being lonely. These are some of the reflections and some of the chats that the parents would say. And I noticed that there is a problem that is always being discussed, and that problem is that Arab immigrant mothers face several barriers that prevent them from being involved and participate as much as they would like in their children's education. And the barriers were diverse. One of them was culture. The second one was the language barrier, since many of them were educated in schools that where the only language was the Arabic, and resources, including time, transportation, and taking care of other children. As a mother myself, as a researcher and as a designer, I was eager to find a solution and dig deeper into the problem. And so the three main areas that I was looking into were education, equity, and Arab immigrant mothers. And I know that there's a place where all three of them overlap that I need to understand and look into more. So my core target audience are Arab immigrant mothers. My direct stakeholders would be public school teachers. My indirect stakeholders would be the students and other parents at public schools. So I followed two research methods, a literature review and doing observations of Arab immigrant mothers and public school teachers during drop-off and pick-up. I also conducted interviews with teachers and parents. And this is one of the infographics I created to summarize my findings. And I noticed that both parents who were educated in public or private schools in their home countries noted how there was a sense of community between their parents and fellow parents as well as teachers. They also noted that this relationship continued outside the school environment. However, this wasn't happening with them in the United States. And also, a lot of the parents noted that the ones who were educated in the Gulf, they were educated in private schools where the main language of instruction is actually English. However, 98% of the parents who were educated in countries like Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, Egypt, their education was in public schools where the only language of instruction would be Arabic. I created some personas to reflect on my interviews to kind of be closer to my target audience and reflect their situations. And after all of this research, I found out that there's a problem. The main problem is communication between Arab immigrant mothers and public school teachers. And from there, my research question was, how can design help create a safe space for Arab mothers and public school teachers to have conversations and build bridges? By a safe space, I meant creating a sense of familiarity where both parties feel comfortable and close to each other. I thought of different design solutions, and my final design solution was Salaam initiative. So Salaam allows community building between Arab immigrant mothers and public school teachers in the United States, and it consists of a series of activities and discussions done in the context of a session. This is the content of the initiative, and the main focus of the session is to actually manage it by the participants, where parents and teachers both would direct, manage, and carry on the session. Also here I'm highlighting the core values of the initiative, the objectives, and the desired outcomes. The book goes into details based on my research on the best way to create the session, the best environment, and the best setting for it to actually result in a good effect. So Salaam was named by the audience. Whenever I would be talking to the parents about the solution, the first thing they would reflect, they would say is Salaam, which in Arabic means great. So I thought that this creates a connection between the audience and the initiative, creates a emotional connection and a sense of belonging whenever they would see Arabic letters used in an initiative. They would directly feel connected or like eager to also know more about it, and also generates positive vibes when heard. Here are some images of my interviews, and the characters that I've used throughout the book are actually illustrations of the parents and the public school teachers that I spoke to. Here are some pins that are based also on the people I spoke to. Thank you all for your time and for spending some time and knowing more about my initiative. I would love for us to connect and work together. Thank you so much.